And welcome back here to East Torrens Payneham Lacrosse Club for semi-final number 2. The winner of this goes through to the grand final next 2 weeks' time at the beautiful Bomber Dome 2.0 if you've been down there. And they've got some fantastic facilities. But the loser of this one will go on to play the winners of the last game. And I'm joined in commentary by Linton Arscott. After that cracker of a first game, mate, they'll go and play Burnside.
Yes, I think it's a little bit of an upset, that first game, but Burnside were up and about early and just got away with the win at the end, 6-3.
So huge work there from Burnside after they were tested by Woodville early in that last quarter, where they got 2 back. Brought it back to a 3-3 game. Burnside got a couple back, and then from that point, it was all the Bears. They scored another one, and they will go and play the loser of this particular game. Now, these two teams in the last 2 outings, we had a 10-6 game down at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club early in the season. It was 10-7 a couple of weeks ago. Both keepers were outstanding that night, and it was good to have Matty Fuss back for Brighton. But does it sort of look in that sort of vein again here, Lip, with the weather just about to turn here? We had some beautiful weather early. And I don't know whether you're going to hear that in the effects mic, but the wind has certainly came, and we could have a wet game here, which will certainly change the game on this ground.
Yeah, it will, but I just hope it was like the other week at Brighton under lights. That game was an absolute cracker. Physicality in that game was superb. The umpires didn't throw too many flags at all, so hopefully they put the flags away today and we have another cracker of a game, because that was just outstanding body contact. There's some big hits, some real big hits, and that's what you like to see in lacrosse.
Well, this is what the boys are playing for, a spot in the 2020 Living Choice Lacrosse South Australian Men's State League Grand Final, and these two teams always are perennial with visiting each other at this time of the year in the last probably 10 years, to be honest. And the game here, but out of the centre, Luke Keesing has been exceptional through the centre up against Jack Woodford. So that's an interesting matchup. But the young Jackson Stock.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with him in the last game, Jackson Stock, and it should be a very interesting game again today.
It is, as we see the stick check man himself with 10 seconds. Oh, Shane Abbott. We're just getting told Shane Abbott calling that one with 10 seconds to go on the guy who probably has the best stick in the business, James Mullins.
If it's a legal stick, it's a turnover.
It is.
Yeah.
No, we got that. But we are on this game now. And commiserations to Woodville Lacrosse Club. They will now head off to Mad Monday. And that will be a Mad Monday down at the Woodville Lacrosse Club, I can tell you. With the women's and men's teams both out now. And we are into this game. Huge game as Jono Kiplock's the man himself, and Dave Campbell in game number 503 as a referee. And Jono Kiplock sets Luke Keesing and Jack Woodford down. First snap, ball to be won at the deck. Paddy Palmer comes off, snipes the pocket, and Glenelg will have the first offensive set, kicks it over there to Evans, and Evans will just run it down here as Harry Edwards just guarding him early in the game, and Harry Edwards just stalking Dan Evans as Glenelg send their subs on as the rain just starts to flick in here. As we can get that to go away, and there we go. We're going to have a turnover straight away. And if Brighton get the ball, they can go here. So Tyler Leeming popping that one over. And they've just got to settle the ball down a little bit better than that. As the rain and wind just comes in, and we're trying to get ourselves set up here. Ball coming back to Dan Evans, who just slips. That might almost be a hold there, but let him play, Polly says. That ball, Dan Evans again. Grass monster stepping up and trying to take out ankles early in the game. Kicks it to Toddy Bartlett. Bartlett pressuring the keeper. Not on that occasion. And the ball will come out. And a bit of a frenetic start there early in the game here, Lip.
It looks like the umpires have thrown away the whistles. They're not calling too much at all at the moment, so that's good if they keep this game up.
And a little slip there, which leaves Jack Price by himself up the top. Nige Morton dodging. Nige not playing last week, had a bit of a knee issue, but Jack Price, and here's a man that you've got to shut down. He will bring others into the play, but if you give him the opportunity, he's up against Doug Brooks here. He can turn on a dime, good left hand, he is good right hand, and he will create so many opportunities for you, Jack Price. Oh, just lets Dan Evans get too far in. Chippy just says thank you.
Save.
I can see shots like that all day, says Clint Barker. But the ride pressure here, Toddy Bartlett all over Matty. I think Matty Fuss might have him for a speed race. As Bartlett, though, still keeping the pressure on. Not much happening up the field. Just kicks it back to Barker. And Chippy says, how about we settle this game down as it's been started at a frenetic pace here, Lip?
And that's what you want to see, mate. The two top teams of the competition going head-to-head. And to see you go straight into the big one.
That shot not even remotely worrying Clint Barker in the cage. And Chippy just ate that up from Dan Evans. So Dan will have to refire on the next one.
As Byron Pridham's clearing the ball here. It looks up the field to young Jake Rosenthal.
And Rosenthal had a really good game last week against Woodville. He gets down there, he does that little left-hand right. Looks over the other side, just misses the limb. Cody Watts picks the ball up, so the first time he's touched it. And nice, that's come off a Brighton stick, so that's going to be a Glenelg ball. That got a tip there. And I don't know what the referees are seeing. That definitely came off a Glenelg stick.
Oh, good call there
great call
by the 502 game referee.
Really,
503 now?
503. That definitely got tipped off the Brighton stick to knock it down. And ball is in the Glenelg offense. And Nigel Morton has it, Australian Sharks captain of 2018. And kicks it over here to Matty Bartlett. And Matty Bartlett, good to see him back and around the place. He's had a couple of injuries over the last few years. So kicks it down to the sniper, Benny Robinson, who kicks it to Luke Keesing. And Keesing back up here to Bartlett. And they've set again wide here. Nigel Morton, he just gets the slide from Pridham, steps over the other side, looks down, Benny Robinson, the sniper. And the sniper has sniped one early. Great ball movement there from the Glenelg Seahawks. Not much Chippy can do there, mate, when it's on the bottom corner, as we see here on the Living Choice instant replay. Or we haven't quite got them up. No, Marty's doing something with the camera, so apologies. We'll get them back when we have the opportunity. But Benny Robinson getting on the board and, as I said, getting on the board early. He is one that can get 4 or 5 if he's on. So ball to be won in the centre. Marinkovic here up against Jackson Stock. That's a really good ball fight there. Almost a hold there. That ball was knocked out. Plenty of stuff, but Paddy Palmer, second time he's actually had the ball. He picked a pocket before, and now he's just got a little ground ball, brings it back into offense for Glenelg. And Glenelg will settle it down. First goal on the board. We've had about 5 minutes played. Bartlett steps in, gets under pressure. Good save again from Chippy. Sniper on the backside. There's a big cross check to take down. As the ball again, Haskett looks over the top. Shot there from Brody Nickel. And that's what we like. And Lip rubbing is racing out here. Let the boys rub.
Some big hits already, Tone.
Some big hits here early. And ball is in Toddy Bartlett's hands. And they've certainly found a way to get in and deep in onto the cage there. But Chippy, he's up to the target. Benny Robinson. I reckon Byron Pridham might have his hands full out there with Benny Robinson today. Because if he gets let off the leash early, things can really... kick for Benny Robinson. Ball moved down. Haskett kicks it down here to Bartlett. Good cut from Brody Nickel. And Jackson Stock's going to have to watch those cutters coming through. So that's almost a hold. And a great hold from there. There's a slash. And Robinson just throws that one away. The ball's... shot had. But there'll be a flag here.
Can't understand why a defender calls a flag on a defender.
I know.
Polly, an old defender, just love to whack and hit you.
And I love the way Polly referees. It's got to really be there. So if you've worn a flag from Polly, you've probably earned it. And we'll see Byron Pridham sitting in the box, and we see Glenelg in their first man up of the day. They're running a little 3-3. Looks like a little wheel here. Kicking back down the back here. 3-3 running. Watching the ball, Nigel Morton up the top. You cannot let him lose the hands like that.
Save Chippy.
But Chippy with a huge save. Kicks it over here to Fuss. Fuss just can't get a handle on the ball. Still can't get a handle on the ball. And that's really unusual from Matty Fuss not to pick a ground ball up like that. And Nigel Morton with that shot. Chased it down, got the ball back. And Glenelg back into offensive set. They are still in a man-up situation. So timed here to run their man up. But a great job from Chippy. And maybe we need to change that ball. It might be a shiner. Because that ball just, with these two teams, have silky skills. And unusual that they'd be dropping the ball. Sniper. Oh, geez, Chippy is on fire. That's 3 early ones. And Chippy's seeing them like golf balls out there at the moment. But great riding pressure.
Oh.
And the
ground ball.
And again, Matty Fuss.
Roll out the ground ball.
So Chippy with 3 big saves and need to be here. Kai picks the ball up. He has Mitch Lewis on him. The ball has been checked in, so the ball obviously has to be checked into the forward third. And once it's actually been checked in and recognised by the referees, it cannot go back over the halfway line. Otherwise, we have an over and back. Leeming kicks it here to Williams. Good check from Lewis, and the ball is on. Pressure still here. So there's plenty of pressure early in this game. Mitch Lewis just kicks that ball back down to Leeming. Sits there on, nailed Nige Morton in the head. And if that goes back over the halfway, he's tiptoed.
Arlam Lim. Yeah.
So ball coming off the defender there, so the last touch. So Fremo working around. He's got Henry Haskett on him, just keeping the pressure. Steps up. Rowe had that last shot, hit Morton in the head. Didn't even get to the keeper in Watts. He's pretty happy when his defenders are doing that sort of stuff for him. But Nat Rowe, and is he going to do what Eloise did last night? She had an outstanding game for the Brighton side.
Fremo doing some work at X.
Little BTB. Great save there from Watts. Chases on. Good save from Watts after the BTB there from Freeman.
And Freeman looks like he's a bit ginger still with that hamstring.
And
he's come back from a hammy. Still looks a little bit ginger there.
Williams just steps inside Morton. Another shot goes to the left.
They got the back up though.
And Brighton will bring the ball back in again. So setting up what is a sort of a 2-2-2, looking at these one-man matchups at the moment in the 1-4. So ball down the back. It is 1-0 on the Living Choice scoreboard, the way of the Glenelg Seahawks. But Brighton certainly starting to have some offensive threat here. And will have put a couple of shots towards the cage. Watts had to make a good one there with the BTB. But Chippy's been on fire down the other end. So both keepers come to play. And ball kicks over here to Rosenthal. Kicks it to Williams. Back to Rosenthal. A little bit of inside movement. Just swapping the top. Rosenthal. He has Lim and Steve Mortimer. Flag height there is good. Hooks that one. And that is hooked like my cricket shot, I can tell you. Straight over the boundary.
30-second hold only.
And a 30-second hold there on Steve Mortimer. Arden Lim getting that shot away. Jacob Newman's watching. David Robinson watching. Andrew Glasbrook's watching. Addie Cunningham also watching. Sam Perham says, go Bombers. And Chris Ives says, hello, Alan Black. And if you're on the LSA TV Facebook page, send us a shout out. We'll try and get to as many as we can. As the man up opportunity, a little rotation on the left-hand side, right-hand side, kicks it over here to Freeman. No look. Watts snaffles that one. Just pops it over the top. He's got Paddy Palmer against Darlin Lim. Contest here. Just pulled out of it. Ball to be won, and that's going back over Doug Brooks. He has Jack Price all over him. And Watts just giving Paddy Palmer a bit of a task there. As the penalty is released, we are even.
Illegal.
And a flag down. So there's got to be too many on here. They'll have too many on. Bounce shot. Freeman just about takes out his toes. And there are too many players. Oh, no, we've got an offside. Okay, so that's why there's too many players down in the defensive end. Glenelg offside. 30-second penalty, so we get to see Brighton's man up again. And Watts is barking orders out there to his defensive poles. So ball up the top. Looks at Fuss. Fuss was dropping bombs from out there the other time. Last time they played. The little rotation. Fuss steps into the middle. Looks up the top. Down the bottom corner. And Rosenthal picks it from the toes.
Great pick up there by young Rosenthal.
So Woodford just pops that one at Rosenthal's toes. Did a great job to pick that one up. And as we see here on the Living Choice, instant replay, through ball, looks down the bottom, Great pick up from Rosenthal, pops it over the top of Cody's left-hand shoulder. And Brighton are on the board. We have a 1-1 game here at East Torrens. And where else would you want to be, Lip? But if you weren't here at Living Choice. Hey, Living Choice, the place you would want to be on the Living Choice scoreboard. It is Glenelg 1, Brighton 1, and Luke Keesing, who's had an outstanding year in the face, kicks it down to the sniper.
Save again.
Chippy again with another big save. And
that's about his 4th, 5th save already in the first quarter.
Great pressure from...
everyone's falling
out,
over.
That's off. No, ball to be won. Need to pick up ground balls in these hard contests. Cannot be light on this ground ball if that gets down the back.
Clayton Burke with a pickup.
And the swim. And they will just want to settle this. And you could almost see a timeout coming now with the long pole under pressure as he's looking for an outlet, but Clayton Burke, and just like that, I should coach because we have a timeout to Glenelg here just to allow that to happen. And Lip, I read that one well.
Oh, Tone, you're all over it, mate, all over it.
And, again, we were looking about Living Choice, and I could tell you Living Choice on livingchoice.com.au, let's try that again, livingchoice.com.au or 1-800-502-524, 3 sites, and they are the major sponsors of the scoreboard, which reads 1-1, and really good start, but don't like this light stuff down here, Lip, when the ground ball's there to be won, and Clayton Burke stepped in, but everyone's just tipping it around, waiting for someone to come through.
Just go through and pick that ball up.
Imagine that in the old days, mate, with a ground ball contest like that. You would have had someone running through that pack and taking numbers out. It wouldn't have mattered if it was your own.
Craig Schicker would have been in his element in these days, wouldn't he? Hey?
The sniper from the defensive line into offense.
Yep.
Couple of shout-outs here while I've got them. Daniel Robertson watching. Alan Black says, Chris, g'day, mate. I hope you're well, Alan. Jane Hedges says, go Glenelg, go Pat, my son's coach. Well, he's doing a great job, Pat, at the moment. Cody made him have to do a bit of work with the little clear there. But Sammy Kilford's watching. Shout out to you, Sammy.
Birthday boy.
Andy Shooter Semler is also watching. Hey, Andy, I'll give you a ring during the week. I got your message. And Lincoln Potter is also watching. So ball up the top, little flick there from Keesing. He's got Matty Fuss. The pass just down to the opposite side near the foot to Benny Robinson. And he does a great job to pick it up. Luke Keesing setting up on Harry Edwards. There's something going on in the middle there. We've got a moving pick into the middle and ball picked up. And Doug Shinnick, he tried to take on Luke Keesing, and that's probably not the option. And he could get it. He was after the 5 yards, but Luke had moved well out of that way. Luke just puts the head down, steps in, down low. And Luke Keesing felt like he copped a little bit there. Rosenthal bounces over the head. That great pickup from Lim, but just slips out of bounds. And the ball is up and down here. Can't be much time left in this first quarter here, Lip. So a goal late.
15-minute mark.
And Luke Keesing, didn't he have some intent with getting into the cage on that one?
Yeah.
Looks down the bottom. Great pickup, but good little check. So there's plenty of balls going. Fuss again. That's about his second fumble.
Can't
it's unusual.
pick up a ground ball.
Really unusual to see Matty Fuss fumble a ball like that. And Jack Price with the ball. 1 minute left in the quarter. Price picks the ball up, looks up the top. Just misses Morton, and that's coming back the other way. And do Brighton have an answer with less than a minute to go? So if they can get it clear and get it down here, they could have a shot in a 2-1 ball game at quarter time. Again in these low fitters, and there's the little fish to
again, another turnover.
I can tell you.
It's just going back and forth.
Both coaches over there at the moment, and Mango probably has the bigger lock. He will be ripping hair out, as will be Craig Schicker. They are both just trading mistakes at the moment. Dan Evans picks the ball up. That could be a hold. No, letting them play.
Sheesh.
Here you go. Picks the ball up. Harry Edwards, he's going to be under pressure. Just pops it out here to Pridham. And the pressure again with Pridham. And that is a flag. And Jack Price will be sitting down here for a minute, I'd say, with a slash. And a hold. All right. That's the way we know they're racing today, Lip. when those sort of things are just called holds, it's the sort of lacrosse we like.
As long as they keep it that way and, be consistent, that's all you'd ask for.
So Brighton with the ball. They will start with the ball in the second quarter, being in possession while man up. And a 1-1 quarter there, Lip, although the scoreboard didn't say it. It was a pretty messy sort of quarter.
Yeah, it got really sloppy there the last 2 or 3 minutes. The ball was just going back and forth, turnovers, sloppy plays. And, we talk about Matty Fuss. I don't think I've ever seen Matty Fuss miss a ground ball. And he's missed a couple.
Missed 2.
Yeah.
Yep, he's had 3 opportunities and 2 that he would normally
just eat up, and he's down the other end before you know it.
Normally he'd do it with his eyes shut.
Yep.
But at the moment, we had 13 unforced errors in that first quarter between the two sides. And I know on the, having a younger side at Sturt, when we make errors against top sides like this, they really do hurt you. So, but they've thrown blows, so to speak, on the scoreboard at 1-1, and they've certainly thrown the blows in the unforced errors.
Well, if this has got anything to go by on the game, we could be in for an ugly game, or we could be in for a really tight finish. Because if it keeps going as it is, it could be very, very ugly. And the way this weather's coming in, because I think the chill factor's dropped about 5 degrees,
yeah,
6
we put
degrees.
Our coats on, didn't we? We look good.
And if the rain comes in, could make it really interesting.
Yep. But what we're probably not realising at the moment,
the pressure as well.
The pressure out there at the moment in that first quarter. There's a lot on line here with these teams, and they're pretty close, to be honest, at 10-6 and 10-7.
Yeah.
So.
And there's been some massive hits.
And you know what? Speaking of massive hits, let's go to our sponsors, because they're massive in themselves.
Imagine if you could belong to a safe, welcoming and pet-friendly community in a picturesque location only 30 minutes from the Adelaide CBD, where you are just a stroll away from local shops and facilities and close to Brighton Beach and its seaside attractions. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities, a place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Woodcroft, a fully accredited village in southern Adelaide. Living Choice Woodcroft, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1800 502 524 or visit livingchoice.com.au.
They're ready to go, mate. All right, so Brighton starting in a man up here. They will have almost a minute. So, but look at Glenelg certainly putting the pressure on out here. And sorry, that was just a hold, so it'll be a 30-second penalty. All that excitement in that first quarter. Freeman looks over the other side, finds Woodford. Woodford kicks back to Freeman. Freeman shoots. Cody, just a little one, flicks that one past. And he tells Tommy Freeman, I think, mate, you can shoot them all day there.
I think he was telling his defender to get on his hands a little bit quicker. Just don't give him that much space.
Because you don't want Tommy Freeman shooting from there all day. So ball down the back. Tyler Leeming. Here's Clayton Burke all over him. Up to Jack Woodford. Jack Woodford kicks it up here to Freeman. Freeman kicks it over to Rosenthal, and Rosenthal will work his way down the back, trying to get that shorty match up there between Dan Evans and Matty Fuss. They've certainly spread it wide, and here's the one. I think this is a little sweep. Pops it over, looks back inside. No one coming.
Oh, bang.
Great play there from Brighton. Just, you saw
the old
that.
Give and go.
Really open up. The defender slid back to the guy coming through the crease. Yep. Allowed Matty Fuss just to pop into that, as we see here on the instant replay. Nope. We don't. Yep. Okay. Sorry. As we see here on the instant replay, you see Fussy coming back. This was set up from a long way out.
Yep.
Ball comes
Fed
up
the bottom corner, kept going, and the defender turned.
Both defenders went with Jack Woodford, and Fuss is on the board. And again, don't want to give Fussy too many looks at it, because he was great the last time these two teams played.
So Brighton are up 2-1.
Brighton, 2-1. So, ball to be won. And Paddy Palmer, that's about his third off the wing there, doing a great job, is Palmer. Certainly through that midfield, doing what he's put there to do. And Glenelg will start the offensive set. And goal scorers so far, in the first quarter, we had Jakey Rosenthal.
On the man up with one.
On the man up with one. And then for Glenelg, we had Benny Robertson, who naffed the first one, as he has the ball on cue as we're talking about him. So I wonder whether that little bit of blustery breeze out there too, Lip, with the stick skills just throwing the ball might be just affecting. Yep. Toddy Bartlett lines up to have a go. He's got Shinnick on him. He just steps inside. Oh, stick. Ball down the ground. Oh. Flag down. There was a late one there, and that's going to probably be a hold.
Height. Oh, no.
Yep, no, definite hold. So, man up opportunity, and it's good. We don't mind these holds, do we? The 30 seconds rather than the minute penalties. Yep. It's a tough game. We should be able to let the boys play. And but just trying to do a little bit too much there, Toddy.
Yep.
But he drew the penalty. Too many on. There's going to be another flag here. No, they've let it play. There should have been a penalty. Okay, so CBO's got it, and that's what the CBO's there to do. So there'll be another penalty here. Steps down the bottom, looks inside. Oh, Heskett just drops the ball. We are going to have a too many on. So there'll be another 30-second penalty for...
So they're going to send another player off.
So there's only going to be a box 4 out here at the moment. They don't want to send two off, because if Glenelg start the ball really quickly...
Oh, no, so one must have got released. How do you get released when it's stop clock?
Might have just been released at the before that all that happened. But they're still in a man-up opportunity here, Glenelg. So kicks it over to Keesing. Keesing up the top to Morton, kicks it down the bottom, looks over the backside. Sniper steps, bang! Sniper hits that one. We're right behind that. And Chippy comes out and gives the Sniper a bit of a... I reckon he came out and said, mate, nice shot, if I know Chip. But the Sniper on fire, he's got 2 already. And good man up there. Goal for Burnside. Oh, sorry, for Burnside, for Glenelg. I'm still on the last game, Lip. We see here.
Well, why wouldn't you?
As we saw there on the Living Choice instant replay.
Too much room for Benny.
Yep, and we sat right behind that one. So this is an interesting matchup. Marenkovic up against Woodford. And Woodford has broken. So you don't see that very often from Jack. But Marenkovic under pressure. He's got Evans up the top. Good work from Marenkovic. Kicks it to Evans. Evans just runs the ball down. That ball has been checked in. So ball comes back up the top to Matty Bartlett from Toddy Bartlett. Matt Bartlett just assessing who he's on. He goes, he's probably just as quick as I am. Ball down the back end of the Sniper. He's the only scorer, and he's picked up Pridham. So Pridham's got a big job on the Sniper today. Ball kicks up the top to Bartlett. Just looking at running. This is where they normally drive, rotate back. No, kicks it down, kicks it the other side. Gets the cutters on the backside here. Woodford working hard. There's a flag down.
It's a hold on Woodford, I reckon.
Flag down on the hold there, so they're going to Price with the ball on Dougie Brooks. Slide comes, kicks it over to Bartlett. Bartlett just drops his knees. Ball still on, flag call still on. Bartlett steps in, lines up, bang! Bartlett turning on a 20-cent piece there with the flag down, and Bartlett gets on the board.
Penalty cancelled.
And we will, this will be fun to watch on the Living Choice instant replay here, Lip. You can see Bartlett steps up, pressure comes. Woodford just didn't make contact with that slide. Harry Edwards coming in late, but Toddy Bartlett dropping that one down low, and not much Chippy could do with that one. That had some definite heat on it. And Toddy Bartlett is on the board for his first, and we've got a 3-2 game here. And it's just as we thought it would be, Lip. Actually, we didn't get a prediction, did we, Lip? No. Now you've seen the first quarter in a bit. Where are you at?
I'm going Glenelg by 4.
Glenelg by 4?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm probably at a 10-8 game to Glenelg at the moment. So I think it might be really tight right through the game. So I think there's probably only going to be a goal in it, and then it'll be 2 and a goal and 2. So the Cody normally has a great outlet here with Steve Mortimer. Oh, looks there. Nige Morton should have taken that. That's a great outlet there from Watts. So Nige Morton, this could be set up from the keeper. Looks the other side.
Save.
Great save from Chippy. And that's going to be a Brighton ball.
That's a huge save by Chippy.
So the outlet there, though, to Nige Morton certainly opened that up.
Yep.
But Chippy with another huge save.
Oh, you're gone.
Mitch Fuss under immense pressure, but just as calm and collected as you could get, as plenty of pressure being shown here. They've got Byron Pridham. They got a 2-on-1 on the outer side here. Just hits Fussy up the top, and that's making it hard at Fussy's toenails. Kicks it back, and we've got a flag down here anyway. So we've got a slash. So Todd Bartlett, after a goal, gets one in the penalty column and gets another mark on the score sheet. But he's going to sit down for a minute slash. So Brighton will be in a man-up opportunity. Currently 3-2 on the Living Choice scoreboard. And if Brighton can get another one here and keep it nice and close, they've got to take every opportunity they can in this these man-up opportunities. Moving the ball really well, kicks it to Freeman. Freeman steps inside. Good save from Code. Just pops that one down. Big hack. Hey, the two 17s coming together. You would have thought they almost joined like a transformer then. So ball up the top with Woodford. Good cut there from Lim. Lim looks down the back. Fussy sitting up the top, looks down the bottom corner and just misses the pass there as Rosenthal was on the back corner. Cody just gave him a little bit to go on with. And no damage done in the man up. And they'll try and release this. Who do you reckon wins the race between Evans and Lim? Oh, there we go. You got Cody back behind now if he needs, but I think his body will be hands together, almost. And Dan Evans just walks through that one. The penalty has been released, so Glenelg back into an offensive set, 6v6. Leading 3-2 here, and there mustn't be... Must be about 5 minutes ago, I reckon.
Yep.
Maybe in this second term. As it just gets a bit darker here, Lib.
Yeah, they might have to turn the lights on.
Turn all the lights on. Sorry. There's one.
There's your song.
Yeah, I tried that last night.
There we go.
Didn't work.
Nige.
Morton steps in, moving pick. And ball will come out. And the advantage has been played, but you probably want your shorties picking it. That's not the pass, not to a long stick.
Oh, what's going on here?
Going to have another flag here. Slash.
On Todd.
So we have another slash on Todd Bartlett.
That's his second.
So 2 for Toddy in consecutive. So giving Brighton another opportunity in their man up. And Toddy Bartlett with a couple of slashing penalties there. So ball over to Freeman. Kicks it down here to Lim. Lim steps it up to Leeming. Leeming just making it hard, making sure those hamstrings are working, Tom. Kicks it up here to Woodford. Woodford just assessing the options. He's got Jake Rosenthal on the bottom corner. That's the one they're looking for. They're looking for that one. Tom Freeman drops the handle. Ball to be won. Ball still to be won. Oh, there's a hold of the stick. Fuss steps up. Oh, lights it up from downtown. And Cody asking where the hold is, but that one's gone straight through. And Fuss, when he lets him rip, there's some flames that come off the back of those. And Matty Fuss, as you see here. But look at the stick being held. I know what they were upset about there, Glenelg, because he definitely grabbed the stick, but no call there from the Zebras. And Fuss still had to make the shot and did make it. That's his second of the quarter and second of the game. And we're back to a 3-3 game. But I know they would be very disappointed with not getting that hold call.
No, but you got to play to the whistle. You know.
There we go. Woodford working against Keesing. Woodford picks the ball up, and he's under lots of pressure. Ball bounces out. Woodford there. Palmer just ball flicking back. Oh, kicks the ball forward. Possession isn't called. Yeah, possession was called. Palmer again. He will go to the cage if he gets the opportunity. Good work there from Shinnick. It might have been a slash on the back. So we've got a timeout called here. What do you reckon? Might have worn one straight across the back there from Shinnick. Unlucky not to get a slash call there, Palmer. But he's doing a fantastic job as Palmer through that midfield.
Yep.
And I don't think Luke Keesing was very happy whatsoever because he played that ball through the centre, and we won't get a look at it. But as he played the ball, Jack Woodford just came over the top and held his hands down, and he was very upset with not getting that call. And we've seen that in games before where people get broken wrists. But you know where you won't break your wrists? At Living Choice, mate. The only thing you will do there is live in luxury. And you can get in touch with Living Choice on livingchoice.com.au or 1-800-502-524. And I know where I will go to retire when I am feeling like I'm going to be a king. And that's not that far away. Woodcroft or Flagstaff Hill. Maybe down south. Maybe somewhere near a golf course. What do you reckon, Lip?
No, I'll stay at the Burnside one, mate.
You stay at the Burnside one.
Closer
to the action. Yeah. What are you saying? I should come there too. You've seen my golf. You've seen my golf game.
Well, no.
No.
No, I haven't seen your golf game. Is it that bad?
Well, I don't know. Is 121 a good score?
What, handicap?
Yeah. All right. So 3-3. We have probably about 2.5, 3 minutes to go in the second term as Price picks up Brooks down the back, or Brooks picks up Price. And Jack Price normally brings in. Oh, good work there. Work from Pridham. Pridham kicks it over to Chippy. Chippy just unloads. That could come off. And there's Mitch Fuss who picks up the ball and kicks it down there to Leeming, who kicks it back up to Williams. And Brighton will send on their subs. So just good little work, good bit of work there from Dougie Brooks. And as we thought it would be, Lip, really tight. And he might keep that in. If he keeps that in and gets that ball back, he's a master. So loose ball to be won. Pushing going on everywhere here. Looks a bit more like a rugby game out there at the moment as the rolling scrum just finds its way down the field. And a loose ball push was seen there. Keesing picks up the ball. He has Jake Rosenthal, who might have thrown a slash there. Nothing called. Straight across the arm with the axe was Rosenthal. And it's coming back the other way. And Matt Fuss with the ball just gets pummeled by Todd Bartlett. They're letting him rub race here. This is a pressure. We can't throw that. And we're going to have another one. As the crowd just goes nuts next to us. But I can tell you, there was probably, given the penalties in there, there's still a little bit going on with Chippy and Matty Bartlett. But he's been told to walk away. So 1-3 has a cross-check 1.
And
we've got an illegal body 1. So we've got a 1-3 for a cross-check. No, illegal body 1? No. So they're 2 1-minute penalties. And I can tell you, there was a lot going on in that contest that could have been picked up. And a couple of the late ones got picked up. So we hope that doesn't creep into the game. Just let them play. Let the rolling scrum go. Let them whack each other.
There's the ball there.
And the ball is down here. Dougie Shinnick getting another touch for the Super Coach votes. Hey, he's just racked up another 3 points with that touch. So last minute of the quarter, we've got Glenelg, 2 men down on penalties. Brighton in a man-up opportunity. Can they score to get one up here before the time is up? As the rotation starts to come, as we see Stu Mortimer pick up. Good pressure there from Stu Mortimer. Really pushing. Jack Woodford looks down the bottom. Leeming steps in. And Leeming, just left alone on the bottom corner, has just stepped around, and Cody really, but in a 4 zone.
Couldn't do anything.
We see here on the Living Choice instant replay. Just
great ball movement.
Clayton Burke needed to come for that slide and was standing off watching as Leeming just stepped around the corner, and we are going to have Brighton up
4-3.
4-3 at the half potentially, unless something can happen out of the centre here. But Leeming and, and Glenelg.
Timeout, Brighton.
Well, Brighton have done that to stop that penalty clock. So Brighton using up their last timeout or potential timeout.
Yep. So they need
just stop that penalty clock.
Need the ball out of centre here, Brighton, and they're on again.
They do.
And I reckon Mango might be setting up a bit of a play for this as well. Well, now he's called the timeout.
He's a bit of a maestro out of the centre. So he'll be looking at winning the ball and maybe setting something late. But I'm sure he's just stopped that to stop that penalty clock.
Oh, yeah, he would have as well.
Running out.
But if you're going to do that, you might as well set up a play at the same time now if you get the ball.
Why not? So,
okay.
So if he stops the clock and then they get possession, Lip.
Yep.
And they're still in penalty.
They start with
the ball. So really smart move here by Brighton to stop that clock. I'm sure the Glenelg guys weren't going to do it because they were happy to have those penalties run out. But they're going to have two wings open here. So Jack Woodford, if he can, and they put Clayton Burke straight into the middle.
Yeah, long pole.
But if they can get a flick out here and get a possession and hold the ball, they will probably start the second half with the ball. So Matty,
lined up.
So the two Fussers just flicking out the back. You can see Jack Woodford just flicks the ball out. Really smart lacrosse from the Brighton coaching staff. And they might try and put another shot on here if it opens up. But if those penalties aren't going to run out, as the penalties just become clear. So it is even, apart from the scoreboard, which sees Brighton on the Living Choice scoreboard at 4-3. Steps around Lim.
Oh.
Cody gets a little piece of that one over the top. But Glenelg's defence, they're going to have a chat at half-time about just how they can stop these guys getting in on the cage, because they're doing a really good job as Woodford looks up, steps. That ball's coming out of bounds and coming into the camera area. If he can get a shorty on the ball, and Henry Haskett breaks. If he steps in and gets the ball down early, Henry Haskett's an opportunity. Oh, but just held up there. Haskett steps or shot or save or something limited. And we'll see the Brighton Lacrosse Club, the Bombers, go into the first semi-final with a 4-3 lead. And really, really tight game.
It's game on.
It is game on. And we thought this would be the case, didn't we, Lee? We thought this game would be
live up to its expectations. It already has. And the hard hitting.
Yep.
And the umpires, again, have put the whistles away a bit. And it's getting pretty willing out there. I think it could get really, really willing in the next half, I think.
Yep. So the Brighton Lacrosse Club would be really happy. Mango would be really happy, and Dally, they'd be really happy with where they are at the moment. Glenelg, obviously, Craig Schicker pointing out some stuff down there just in regards to the defensive end. I don't think he's really happy. And then, you know what, Lip?
Let's go get some commercials.
Let's go and get some commercials on.
Imagine if you could belong to a safe, welcoming and pet-friendly community in a picturesque location only 30 minutes from the Adelaide CBD, where you are just a stroll away from local shops and facilities and close to Brighton Beach and its seaside attractions. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities, a place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Woodcroft, a fully accredited village in southern Adelaide. Living Choice Woodcroft, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1800 502 524 or visit livingchoice.com.au. Imagine if you could belong to a safe...
And back we are here at East Torrens Paynham Lacrosse Club in semi-final that decides who goes to the big dance for 2020 in the Men's State League. And currently we see the Brighton Bombers 4-3 against the Glenelg Seahawks. And what is a really entertaining game, Lip, but plenty of mistakes out there early.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lippy's just, I've just caught him as he's trying to take a breath. And that thick ETP, it's stormy air at the moment. Got you there, Lip.
Yeah, it did it.
You almost took
a bit of a bone in it.
Almost took a drink from the winter skies.
But there's a lot, like you said, Tony, but it's come down to the pressure as well. That's why I think there's so many turnovers as well, because the pressure from both teams is phenomenal. I haven't actually seen a game like this year for a long, long time.
Well, we saw the last time these two teams met, it was 10-7, so there wasn't much in it.
But the pressure wasn't like this, though.
But the pressure early was, but it wasn't all game.
Yeah, where this is just all over the ground. Whenever the ball hits the ground, there's 3-4 guys just absolutely monstering everybody.
Yep.
And that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, the referees are letting it flow on again.
Yep.
And that's what we want to see.
Again, I'd still like to see some of these, just put them away.
Yeah.
Put it away.
And
Let it
they're
play.
probably picking up still those little titty touch ones instead of picking up the ones that are really there.
Yep.
Yep.
So Glenelg are just getting back to their warm-up as Brighton are in their huddle. And we see Henry just trying to take some shots on Cody there. And Cody just eating it up. Said, Henry, is that all you got?
Just keeping it warm. Well, Henry was only a defender, so,
Yeah. But so what of, Glenelg? I mean, Glenelg wouldn't be too worried about this, nor would Brighton at this point. Brighton would be happy to have that one goal up.
Yep.
Glenelg wouldn't be too concerned.
And I think
this
if
time.
you look at the face-offs, it's probably pretty even at the moment, because Glenelg were on top there for a little bit, but then Brighton sort of wore them back a little bit in that quarter.
Well, and I wonder how. I mean, we should see Keesing come out here again against Woodford. Now, the last contest they had in the middle there, Keesing was really upset with Woodford. He's sort of taken the hands out, come straight down on the back of the hand and pinned him down, and should have probably got something for that, and but didn't. And now we see...
we'll see an interesting face-off here, you reckon?
I'm expecting that, and that's what I'm expecting. These two guys are very proud men for their respective clubs, and I don't think Luke was that enthralled about that little contest.
No, and you know what, Luke doesn't lose his cool very often.
This is what I'm saying.
No, he's pretty calm.
And
sort
you probably
of player.
saw that flow on when he took the ball back down here and he went, I'm going to the cage. Which is very unlike Luke as well, because he's very much a team-oriented player that brings other people in.
But then I think as well from that thing, he got a big slash too that never got called. And he turned around and glared at Kipper.
Yep.
So, and Luke, like you said, there was something there that set him off because he's not that sort of a player.
No,
he takes things on the chin. If someone hits him fair or whatever, he takes it on the chin, because that's the game.
So your living choice players of the game so far for the first half, mate?
Well, I'm going to go with Chippy at the moment, because I think some of the saves that Chippy did earlier on, that game could have been all over already. His saving in that first half was brilliant.
Yeah, I think Chippy has done an outstanding job down there. I think Byron Pridham's done a really good job on, although Benny Robinson has two.
But they're two from man up, I think, as well. So
one man up.
Yep. Yeah.
And, but overall, the ball movement through the Brighton Bombers has been really, really good. But both teams need to get these unforced errors out of their game.
Yeah.
As we see Glenelg start to come out as well, and we'll see Robert Polyfarmer drop the ball into the centre. Ricky Smithson out on the outer side here, just stretching the hamstrings or the knee or just the entire body in front of us. And Luke Keesing back. And this is the contest we want to see after that last one. So Luke Keesing against Jack Woodford.
I think Ricky's been sponsored by Elastoplast.
He's might have I wonder if he's got the bionic there. So Luke Keesing and... ball to be won, and Woodford just out-muscles Keesing. So Brighton with the first offensive opportunity in the second half here. They are leading 4-3 on the Living Choice scoreboard. And just kicks it down to Rosenthal, who then kicks it down to Limp. And he goes, here, Jack, you started with it, have it back. Kicks it down to Brooks. Brooks will kick it down to Leeming, and they will start to get some offensive set happening. as Fuss just rolls back up the top. He has Paddy Palmer on him. Clayton Burke out there on Jakey Rosenthal. And Keesing on Woodford. We got Evans on Brooks. Stu Mortimer down there on Leeming. Kicks the ball down. Oh, nutted Dan Evans. Just nutted Matty Fuss there. Nothing called. And I think he might have just slipped into him a little bit. And Jack Woodford just going a bit of the barge. He can hold a ball. Jack Woodford kicked the ball up. Fuss won't have liked that, so fires from outside. Watts snaffles that one. Just pops up. He's got Evans on the outer side here. Kicks it up. Good save there from Watts. But you could actually see that. Is there a payback here? Because he just nutted him, didn't he?
I was surprised he didn't get a legal body there, I reckon. A bit late, I think.
Yep. So I wasn't sure. I was sort of looking. I saw it off the corner of the ball here, but I wasn't sure whether he ran into it or they slipped into it or they came together. But let him play, Lip.
Let him play.
Let him play. And it's really getting dark here at the East Torrens Payneham Lacrosse Club as that big scoreboard on the outer side there just lights up luminously in this light. And Robinson, he already has a couple for the game. And Glenelg looking at just trying to tie this one back up. Kicks it up here to Morton, looking for the little two-man game. Oh, doesn't come. Morton has got Bartlett back, looks inside. Good feed there. Look, great take from Nickel. Nickel kicks it up to Matt Bartlett. Matt Bartlett has Fuss on him. Just comes down the left-hand pipe. Kicks it there. Good cut again from Nickel. Wears one himself. As Nige Morton steps around. Little bit of tiptoe on the line. And Nige Morton shows why he was an Australian attacker right there. Pops that one just over the Chippy's shoulder. And in the blink of an eye, Lip, we have a scored game. Just
rolled him.
Angus Higgins rolled Angus Higgins. And we have
a bit of a little mismatch there, Nige. So, even though it was a long pole, we've still seen the mismatch there on the younger Angus Higgins.
And Morton getting on the board for his first of the game.
So we got 4-all.
4-all is the score on the Living Choice scoreboard. And we've got Marenkovic in here against Stock. And a great battle of a couple of young face-off players in our league. As they go to work it out. Jackson Stock, he was the Living Choice player of the game against Woodville Brighton.
Could be the Rookie of the Year as well.
So, ball kicks up the top here to Fuss, who kicks it over here to Kai Williams, who kicks it over there to Jackson Stock. And they've gone fairly young in their offense here. Arlen Lim just pops the ball, little fake, steps down. Great work there from Steve Mortimer. He was a bit catty and crafty. He's been around as Steve Mortimer. Jackson Stock
Still
with the
good
ball.
Control, though, from another young
really
kid.
good from Arlen
Lim. Yeah.
So ball down the bottom to Leeming. Kicks it here to Williams. Williams kicks it. No, Williams holds it. So we just hear here that the lights are going to just be flicked on here, Lip, just to give a little bit more light as Arlen Lim tries to light up the top. Arlen Lim gets down the side, around the left. Great save there from Watts. And we are going to have all clear. Mitch Fuss. Watch this one on the instant, on the Living Choice instant replay.
Seagull.
The chip was hung out there.
Yeah,
you can just see there, great save from Code.
Pickup, though. Great save by Cody.
Fantastic pickup.
But that's what you're there for. Get those opportunities. And the 1%ers.
And the blink of an eye, we got Brighton out to a 5-4 lead again. So throwing punches here they are, not literally, but on the scoreboard. So Keesing again, up against Woodford. Jack Woodford's had the best of that matchup, and Luke Keesing's been doing a great job all year, but just hangs it out. Great work from Keesing. Just pops that one over the back, and that has gone out, and that will be a Glenelg ball.
Oi?
No, that cannot be.
What do you call that?
That was terrible. That wasn't a shot.
No.
That got checked out of the stick and went out of a Brighton stick and ended up going out of bounds. That should not have been a Brighton ball, but it is. So it goes on. So ball down the back. Yeah, I don't think he was in the shooting action there. He just had that ball checked out of his stick. So ball up the top to Brooks, but Brighton with another opportunity here.
Fussy's going to like this matchup too, I think.
So Fussy, he's picking up Lewis there. So Mitch Lewis just stalking. They're looking for Dougie Brooks here, I think. This is the one that they kick it at Brooks and he cuts in and they get down on this sweep. So they've got Henry Haskett, looks down and they look on the backside here as kicks in the bottom. Clayton Burke picks the interception up. Big swipe there from Fuss. Ball lost. So Glenelg just with Leeming picking up that ground ball, steps it up. Watts just snaffles that one out. And he's got Mortimer up the middle. But that could work as Robinson picks up. He's got Mortimer on the inside if he keeps going. But Glenelg just slow it down. And a good pick off there by Cody. As that one really did open up. So a few things just starting to go Brighton's way, like those little ones there and a couple of little calls. But Glenelg looking to even the score up at 5-4 to a 5-all game. They have an offense. The ball is in the hand of Jack Price. And he has picked up Arlen Lim in defence. So Price just working his way down the back. That'll be a fairly good matchup because I think Jack will like his chances. So there's cutters coming. Haskett off the back. Morton just stepping off the back. Nickel just gets fired. That wasn't a great pass from and Nige Morton. And Fussy's off to the races. Fuss looks inside, sees Brooks. Brooks steps inside, kicks down to Rosenthal. Rosenthal frees the hands, gets it up, hits to Fuss. Little backhand. Gets Leeming. No, that's Freeman. Stepped in and good pressure. And Fuss says, I need a break as we're subbing. And I don't think Tyler Leeming actually saw that as we see Nat Rowe about to come on the field for the Bombers. Brooks down the side. I think they need a bit more patient offense than that, Glenelg, to have that sort of one pass and then try and fire something into the middle. Brody Nickel would have probably almost been past the goal by the time he caught it. But great pick up from Matty Fuss. So we've got Fremo, steps around, looks down, looking at the backside. You got Rosenthal just sitting on the crease there. Don't want to give him too much space on the crease as Brooks comes off the pick, looks inside. Oh, bang! Dougie Brooks puts that one on the left-hand shoulder of Watts. And that is home and hose, and in the blink of an eye, we're out to a 6-4 game.
That was a great drive by Dougie Brooks around that back corner there. Left Price for dead.
You can see there, bang. Jack Price.
Yeah. But it was a good pick though by Tommy Freeman as well. So Jack had to get around Freeman at the same time, so that just left Dougie Brooks.
So Dougie Brooks with an outstanding goal there for the Brighton Bombers, and they go out to a 6-4 lead. And ball to be set here again. And we've got Keesing up against Stock. And Keesing wins that one out with a fast man break. And that is almost a hold call there, but not as Keesing comes back over. Rotation happens. Dan Evans comes on the outer side. And Pat Palmer also heading towards the bench. And he is going to release Steve Mortimer and Henry Haskett comes on for the Seahawks. So 6-4 game.
They need a good offense set here.
So
Glenelg
just edging, and 2 goals in a game like this as we see Matty Bartlett kick the ball down. Kicks down there to the sniper. The sniper picks it. Kicks it over to Toddy Bartlett. Just fires. Nige Morton. Great save again from Chippy. And Nige Morton getting space on the bottom there. But Chippy with a big save. Sniper with the ball against Pridham. Just getting a little bit of love and attention there from Byron. Haskett kicks it up into Bartlett. Bartlett kicks it back to Haskett. He's got Matty Bartlett on his right, who Jackson Stock picks up. Kicks the ball down there to Robinson. They've been pushed wide here as the ball kicks over down the back to Evans. Evans, there's a flag down there. Hold. Evans pops and save. Chippy saves, and we're going to see a flag here.
Hold.
Slash on Doug Shinnick. So Doug Shinnick, I think he got Brody, or it might have been Matty, as he ran through there. Might have been Matty. So Glenelg with a man-up opportunity, and they'd certainly want to score out of this one as we're into probably the last 5 minutes of the third term. And as we know, this is the premiership quarter, Lip, and Brighton certainly
2-goal ball
just
game so far.
starting to want to sniff that little bit of grand final glory and have a week off and make Glenelg come back and play Burnside. So ball kicks over to the backside, looks inside, and there's Morton. Oh, Chippy! He is on fire at the moment. Kicks that one down to Fuss. Fuss to Fuss. Oh, Chippy, that was an outstanding save. And nice Morton being able to step in, and Matty Fuss just steps up and assesses it. And I don't know whether Jono thinks that is really good or really bad with those thumbs, but he's a little 50-50 each way. Some's good, some's bad. And Jono Kiplock's a great man to be having officiating this great game of ours. And there is a man down here, so there's two. That's what they're doing. They're just trying to push it out. They need to be better than that. Henry Haskett. Someone needs to, as the release happens the other side. And Williams steps in, steps down, and fires that one to the right. That would have been a bit of a early nail in the coffin. And we have checked in now. Ball is checked in for the Brighton Bombers. But Brighton's certainly starting to be able to free those arms and shoulders, aren't they?
They're getting a bit too loose.
Oh, no. Just as we say it, that little unforced error. And
can hurt if they go down and score.
So they'll probably slow clear this.
It's about 3 minutes to go in the quarter.
So about 3 to go. And they've got to... and Luke Keesing picks the ball up. So they'll probably at least want to try and get another one on the board here, Lip, before we get to the three-quarter time break. I know they still probably won't be worried about that, but when Chippy's making saves like he just did then, as Bartlett just gets pushed in, and there's Bartlett, and doesn't he like that one? Toddy Bartlett going on his own, and we'll see that on the Living Choice instant replay. Just gets the ball.
Passed him too
finds,
easy.
Harry Edwards just allows him to get inside. Little pick. That second slide coming could have just about run straight through that, but Byron was nice to him. And Toddy Bartlett gets another one.
6-5. About 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
So 2 minutes to go in the quarter. We've got a 6-5 game on the Living Choice scoreboard. And Marenkovic up against Woodford in the centre. And Woodford just starting to get on top in the centre a bit. He doesn't mind that, and he pulls that one out. And says we might just reset that a bit. With limited time in this third term to go, they might try and just run it down for the last shot here, given the opportunity. So ball checked in as Woodford just steps over that line. And he has Marenkovic on him. Woodford wants to get rid of the ball. He's wanting someone to... there as Fuss and Rosenthal on the outer side. Here's Clayton Burke. Looking on the opposite, just the limb steps in, and there we go. Woodford steps up. Hits the bar, comes out, no goal. Great work there from Woodford, just unlucky. We get Evans. They don't want to get a penalty here as the ice pick comes from the check. And it's worked extremely well. Arlen Lim. So look here, steps up, hits the top bar, no goal. And ball kicks over there to Chippy. And Chippy would be quite happy just to run this out if he has the opportunity. So ball kicks over to Pridham. They won't mind Byron actually bringing the ball into offense if they can now put pressure on him. But that allows that release. Steps, looks up. Ball on the outer side, Leeming. Steps to the top. Here goes Freeman. Great save from Watts with the foot. Ball will go out of bounds. And that will be a Glenelg ball. And that was a shot had. Great save there from Watts. And that should be a flag on the play, given the fact he was within that 5 metres of the restart. But no flag. Fires over the other side. Palmer steps that one, and hasn't that got some velocity on it? So ball down the back. Should have been a penalty flag for the start within 5 metres on the outer side there when they grabbed the ball, because the defender came to him. But nothing seen. And there we have it.
Three-quarter time.
Whistle at three-quarter time. We have a 6-5 game. And I'm going to say the last save down there from Watts with the foot was, and just one coming off the bar. Could have been another 2-goal blowout here. Could have been an 8-5 game at the three-quarter time. And we might just take a breath here, Lip, and we'll let the people who know what they're doing speak about it, and we'll go to our sponsors.
Imagine if you could belong to a safe, welcoming and pet-friendly community in a picturesque location only 30 minutes from the Adelaide CBD, where you are just a stroll away from local shops and facilities and close to Brighton Beach and its seaside attractions. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities, a place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Woodcroft, a fully accredited village in southern Adelaide. Living Choice Woodcroft, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1800 502 524 or visit livingchoice.com.au.
And back we come here to the final quarter of this big game to see who goes through to the grand final for 2020 in the Men's State League. Currently have Brighton 6, Glenelg 5, and Jack Woodford just starting to get on top in the face off here. Had an opportunity there in that last one. We're 6-5. Are we going to an OT game here, Lip?
Ooh, it'd be good.
Yeah, it'd be good. There we go. Yeah. Keesing picks that one up, getting whacked all over the back. Looks down at Nige. Nige Morton steps inside, fires. Bang. Bang, an early one. And look at him tell Jack Woodford all about that one, Morton. And Morton pops that away. We've got a tied game here. We look on the Living Choice instant replay. Just comes out. Luke Keesing threw it a little low to Nige there. But great pickup, steps inside. And Jack Woodford tries to give Morton one. Bounces off. And Nige says, you know what, mate? How did you get down there? 6-all game.
Geez, that was about 15 seconds, that goal.
That it was. And Nige Morton just popping that one away. And that's his second for the game. And is there a more pivotal goal early in the fourth quarter than that one? So Woody, there's almost a double break there. But Jack, he's almost an old stager in the face-off. So Brighton, are we going to have a 4 or 5 goal shootout on each side in this last quarter, Lip? Because it has the ability that it might just open right up and there'll be shots coming left, right and centre.
Could we have an OT?
Could we have an OT? 6-all we are on the Living Choice scoreboard as Steve Mortimer just goes to work on Arlen Lim. Has Matty Fuss down the back. Jakey Rosenthal just looking to set something up here. Lim has Mortimer. Kicks it up to Freeman. Freeman has Keesing on him. Jakey Rosenthal looking. Gets in. That one's found the whacker. Someone put a piece of the whacker out there today because that one's had a fair bit of bounce. That'll tell you how firm the ground is out here. So, and we tipped just over the 100 viewers here, Lip, on LSA TV.
That's
so
great.
They should be enjoying this contest. Great work there from Burke. And here's a man who's had a really good game here, and Paddy Palmer as well. Kicks it over to Evans. And ball coming back down to the offensive end for the Glenelg Seahawks. And if they can put another one on early and just eke that out to a one goal, especially within the first 2 or 3 minutes of this last quarter, I'm sure the coaching staff of the Seahawks will be really, really impressed. Nickel with the ball. They're trying to lock off. It looks like Paddy Palmer here a little, but got to be a little bit closer than that if you're going to try and lock him off. And Price, he can go left or right. he's a pivotal part of the Glenelg offense. If he's not scoring goals, he's certainly getting assists. So ball out the back here. Dan Evans, he's just marshalling the troops down there. So Dan Evans has Freeman on defense. So he's just testing him out down there, Tommy. Sniper kicks it up here. Got Morton. Looks down the bar. Great feed. Just a little pop. And what a great look from Morton. Hits Brody Nickel. And in the blink of an eye, Glenelg back up 7-6. Let's have a look at this one on the Living Choice instant replay. Morton just flicks up. You can see just pops down the bottom corner. No one picked him up. And really patient offense there from Nickel to finish that one. Allowed Chippy to come out, waited for him, popped it over the shoulder.
It was just far too much time then for
and Brody
Nickel there. Look, he had no defender on him at all. I don't know where his defender was, unless he slid to go towards Nige. I don't know, but geez, there was far too much space for Brody.
So Marinkovic in the middle here against Stock. Glenelg up 7-6 on the Living Choice instant, and there is a holding call going to be there, or a push. So Glenelg will take the ball, kicks it over to Luke Keesing. Sorry, I thought that was Marinkovic down there, but it was Keesing. Taking that face off. Ball kicks up here to Matty Bartlett. Matty Bartlett sees Jackson Stock in front of him, outruns, gets past him, draws that, and no penalty.
There's a penalty.
We are going to have a penalty here.
Push.
Definite push there on the Glenelg.
Oh, a trip. 1 minute.
Okay. So he's been called for a trip, and Jackson Stock will sit down. Glenelg already getting 2-0 this quarter and up by 1. And Glenelg have an opportunity to put another ball in the back of the net. And in a man upset, so can Glenelg put another one? They're just looking to draw. Good tip there from Doug Shinnick. Great tip there from Shinnick. Man up. That just means they've got to move their feet a little bit more. Kicks it down here to Price. Price looks down, kicks Bartlett. Bartlett nails the back of the net. Saw the net move. And he's just being asked to bring it out. So Chippy's going to have to bring it out to the side as the ball just getting stuck in the net. We'll see Mitch Fuss go down to take that one. Toddy Bartlett firing that one, Lippy, but just in the back of the net. Literally in the back of the net. So Mitch kicks it to Matt. Oh, doesn't see the shorty coming, and Price came out of nowhere. Kicks it over here to Shinnick. Shinnick finds Leeming.
But Brighton are a man down as well, though. You
Brighton in a man down, and they have a longie down here in Shinnick who just flicks the ball over. And that's not the one you want, the awful bounce to head back over the halfway line.
Even.
So we are even. It is 7-6 on the Living Choice scoreboard. And thanks to our sponsors in Living Choice and Traditional Carport Roofing, Guttering and Verandas. And also to our other little sponsor. Good save again from Watts as Freeman came around the back.
Oh, BTB by Burke. Onto
big save, though, on the crease. And we got
Steve Mortimer here.
Mortimer comes down. So snuff it down one end and we can get another goal here and put a 2-goal lead. As Haskett just waits for the subs to come. As Steve Mortimer says, I've done my job. So I'm going to flick over here as Dan Evans comes on the other side there, picked up by Angus Higgins.
Just under 8 minutes to go on the quarter.
And we see there as Glenelg start to just try and finish this one off and put a couple of nails in. If you want to see a couple of nails and some great traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering, as that one there puts a nail, and that is Nige Morton again. Great feed down the back. And we'll call that almost a traditional play of the day. As we see the ball come down the back, kicks it down. Nige Morton, not that. Oh, he's been given far too much room, I should say. Just not picking up that. And you can't leave a guy like Morton. Morton now has 3. And Glenelg out to an 8-6 lead on the Living Choice scoreboard. And have Brighton got the will to get back?
Well, there's still plenty of time, but they just got to get possession here and you don't really need a quick goal yet, but they just got to have a little bit of patience in offense and just hold the ball down there and move it around like they were doing earlier.
As ball comes back, Marinkovic up against Woodford. Woodford just flicks the ball out to himself. Little one-hand pick up. Under pressure straight away. Kicks it over to Brooks. Brooks has Fuss there. Fuss just holds it up. Rosenthal down the back. Kicks Lim. Woodford still working there. Just pushing Matty Bartlett off a couple of metres. Ball down. Great pick up there from Rosenthal. Kicks it over to Fuss. And back up to Woodford. Out to Brooks. Brooks has already done some good work today by putting one with a drive around the cage. Kicks it over here to Matty Fuss. 7 minutes to go in the fourth term. And they're trying to spread them really wide here, Brighton. And they're looking for Fuss to take the ball here and probably drive down the right hand or post. Looks inside off the backside. If they move that ball quickly, but well shut out there by Stu Mortimer, who steps in. Leeming steps, bang, puts that one off. I don't know whether there was a touch on that or it went wide. Didn't see whether that one got any piece of the goalie. But Tyler Leeming with an opportunity. Burke just making Lim have to work really hard and does that exceptionally well. Just gets that stick in between the shorty and an unforced or a forced turnover. Goes out of bounds. Matty Bartlett picks the ball up and will bring it into the Glenelg offense. He says, get out of the way, Dan. Dan Evans just ran straight into where Matty Bartlett is. And is that going to be pivotal in this game? Dan Evans comes on the ground and runs straight into Matty Bartlett's space. Ball gets kicked back, thrown out of bounds, and Brighton have another opportunity. And you don't want to give good sides opportunity like this, Lip.
Well, that was bad turnover, that one. Now Brighton have got to hurt them on the scoreboard with this.
Well, they have the potential to hurt them on the scoreboard. And if you're going to give a good team opportunities, you will give them every opportunity. Like you'd have every opportunity if you were at Living Choice on livingchoice.com.au, 1-800-502-524. And Palmer turns the ball over, but gets it back. Palmer, he's just swatting flies out there at the moment as the ball runs almost out of bounds. Nat Rowe did a great job on the white line. Kicks it back down here, and Matty Fuss just trying to set this offense up. Looks like a little two-man game down the bottom. Palmer gets beaten. Good save. That's come off Watts onto the bar. So ball with Leeming. 6 minutes odd to go in this fourth term. Winner of this obviously goes through to the grand final. Dougie Brooks has Marinkovic. Fuss just resetting it again. Ball kicks down the back. Has Marinkovic on Brooks. Brooks kicks it up. Rosenthal kicks it over to Rowe. Rowe, Leeming. He has Stu Mortimer on him. Pops it back down to Matty Fuss. Matty Fuss lines up on Matty Bartlett. Matty Bartlett looks inside, misses the ball. That's going to be an over and back. And that will be a Glenelg ball and a big opportunity miss there. Just with the pass that didn't hit a stick. So Benny Robertson. Steve Mortimer with the ball. Kicks it over to Nige Morton, who kicks the ball up and over. And they will be checked in very, very soon as Luke Keesing brings it down to do exactly that. Ball checked in. Keesing, he's just going to waste some time here, I reckon. He's probably going to sit down the back and just chew up some clock because with a 2-goal lead, they really don't have to do. Although maybe he likes what he sees with Dougie. No, just literally looking like he's going to go.
He is now.
Keesing, little sidestep, little left-right roll, looking at one coming back. Keesing, this is just sucking up the clock. This is literally just taking time out of the clock, looking like you're attacking. And they did exactly the same thing down at Brighton when in the last game they met down there where they actually wasted about the last 2 or 3 minutes. Keesing looks like he's attacking. And if you look like you're attacking the cage, the stall is sort of can't be on, but they're looking at the time. Yep, stall call is on. Luke Keesing won't be too worried about that. He'll just stay down there and make someone come to him. He could literally sit down there for the next 3 minutes and not even worry about moving the ball on. And that will play right into the hands as Jack Price now picks the ball up. They are literally just sitting and not having to do anything. Brighton are going to have to put some pressure on it. Morton, good save from Chippy. Ball to be won. Brodie Nicol picks the ball up. And ball is back and stall is off as that one's hit the keeper. So Glenelg looking, Byron Pridham throwing some axes. There's some flag height as the ball is there. And left-hander from Brodie Nicol. Flag is down. That flag should stand, as I believe that was probably a slash. We'll see her on the living choice instant replay. Keesing, where's one? Oh, it might be a cross-check. One high, kicks the ball down. Brodie Nicol with a great finish. And we'll see whether anyone is sitting here. Yep. So we have number 3. Sitting down. So Dougie Brooks, no, 24, sorry. 24 will have the high hit. We'll just see Dave Campbell in his 503rd game officiating. Just saying he has a 1-minute penalty. So Brodie Nicol, he sort of snuck onto the scoreboard in the last couple.
Is that his second?
That's his second in the last term. One on the left, one on the right. And right now, Glenelg out to a 9-6 lead. So my 10-8 would look good, Lip, if a few more goals were scored.
My 4-goal win's going to look good too.
So ball, a hold, and that's going to go to Glenelg.
If Glenelg scored this, my 4 goals is...
Your 4 goals is looking really good. So Dan Evans with the ball. There can't be any more than probably 2 or 3 minutes to go in the game, if that. So, and it is stop clock in this last 2 minutes of the game. As Palmer, they're in a man-up situation. So they'll certainly play through this man up and look to score another goal and put this game out of reach. They are 9-6 at the moment. Steps down the back, kicks over. Oh, that's been just thrown away. Dan Evans is going, what were you looking at? So if the ball gets picked up here, Woody's got to come back. No, going to let him play forward. Gave him a little bit of an advantage there. So ball kicks down the back, checks it in. Fuss with the ball, penalty release, so they're even out there at the moment. Oh, no, Brighton with the penalty. As Arlen Lim gets chopped up. If a wood chopper could chop wood. As, Jakey Rosenthal, doesn't he like that one? And we're back to a 9-8 game. Look on the instant replay, living choice here. Jakey Rosenthal, the camera angle is right behind that Cody on his post.
Bang.
Oh, there was no room whatsoever. So it is 9-7, sorry, back to a 2-goal game. And my 10-8's still looking good here, Lip.
Yeah, it is, but there's not much time left.
Not much time left, but if Woodford can get one out of the centre, go and create a 9-8 game, let's get the voices up. But Jakey Rosenthal with an absolutely cracking shot there. And he gets his second and in the 4th. And a huge face-off for Keesing. And the penalty has now been released. So Luke Keesing will hold the ball. They're going to have to double the ball. Matty Bartlett up by himself up the top here. They did that the other night. They got Henry Haskett right up the top. If no one comes to him, this is where Matty Fuss did that power of work in that last game. Ran about 4 kilometres in about the last 30 seconds. And the clock is on. And there is a good work. They sniper with the ball. He's just got to give it back to Haskett. And the pressure will come again. Oh, a quick stall call on that one. It's probably only been a minute if you're lucky in the offense, but this time you kind of see that coming out. So ball out with Haskett. And Bartlett just runs, and we've got to put a little bit more pressure on that. Nige can't step over the line there. He's very close if the ball had. Need to double the ball here to Brighton. And there we go. And that is time in the semi-final. We have the Glenelg Seahawks running out winners in a 9-7 game in what was a really entertaining game. Linton Arscott.
Yeah, great game, Tony. And that's what we thought would happen. And the game lived up to expectations. You know, some big hits, some great lacrosse, some really good lacrosse. So if this is anything of what's going to happen in the next few weeks of lacrosse, it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Well,
grand final.
we've gone in the last 3 meetings with these two sides. We went from a 10-6 to a 10-7 to a 9-7. that tells me that the grand final could be an absolute cracker. So Glenelg will make it there, but the Brighton Bombers have to get over the Burnside Bears next week for them to be able to get in there. And we look forward to bringing you that live and free on LSA TV from the beautiful Woodville Lacrosse Club. And we're glad that the weather stayed away here. And Living Choice Player of the Round, or Player of the Game here, I tell you who I really liked late, and that was Nigel Morton.
Yeah, well, he
brought a lot of people into the game.
He probably scored the couple of goals in the last quarter that gave him the space in the game.
But he found that through ball, and he was always in the play, but through the middle, I think Jack Woodford did a great job. We had Luke Keesing, who did a great job. Chippy was outstanding. Matty Fuss was running his heart out. Jakey Rosenthal with a couple. Benny Robinson early. Yeah. Those couple of early goals, but then faded out of it. I thought Matty Bartlett did a great job too, both ends.
There's probably, I'm just going both, like, Nige. I like Nige as well, but I don't know. Luke Keesing still did a mountain of work. Yeah. Face off when you needed it. He got back when Jack got on top. Then he got back and they scored through him as well. But yeah,
look, I wouldn't disagree with your Lip. So maybe we'll get Lukey over here. We'll give Lukey the Living Choice Player of the Game, and then we can ask him about that face-off.
Yes,
that we had down there. But congratulations to the Glenelg Seahawks. They are through to the grand final of 2020 with the Men's State League in the Lacrosse South Australian Men's Division. And we look forward to the game between Burnside and Brighton next week. Yes. As we do look forward to the game between Burnside and Glenelg in the women's game to try and match up. So Friday night, we'll be live and free Friday night from the Glenelg Lacrosse Club. And then we'll be live and free on LSA TV on the Saturday from the Woodville Lacrosse Club. And we have Luke Keesing, who will just step in here. And I don't know what I'm going to do here, Lukey, but let's get this. Whoop, come and stand here. Oh, I've tangled myself up here. How about we stand here? We'll get Christian out in the rain.
All right. Bad luck, Chris.
Look, really tough game, that one. Come up here. Really tough game up here. It's tougher in the after-match commentary, mate.
It is indeed. Steps.
Real big battle in the middle there with Jack Woodford. There was an incident that went on just before half-time there where you looked really unhappy about, where you sort of looked like you won the ball and Jack came over the top of you and sort of held you down. And we thought that might spur and you went hard at the ball after that. Much in that one in the middle?
I can't remember the particular one you're talking about, but there were a couple where I just sort of got a bit flustered and carried away and thought there were fouls when there weren't. It's not typical of me usually, so just had to put my head down a bit more and just play to the whistle.
Absolutely.
And, it was a tough game because they were calling it, they weren't calling soft ones. And they weren't calling the hard ones either early on, so we had to get into the game a different way. So we just had to reset at half-time and go again.
But the boys coming down, I mean, Brighton got in front there. They were in front at half-time. They got that momentum. The last quarter there, you just started to eke that momentum.
Yeah, we spoke during the week about them coming after us because they're bound to make a change from the last couple of times we played them, and credit to them, they gave us a good red hot go in the first 3 quarters, and then it just took us that extra time to adapt. A couple of shutouts, kept them playing a bit more keep away than they have in the past, so they changed their game plan a little bit, and that flustered us. So we talked about it at training during the week, needing to recover from that and making sure that we, get things right on our end first, and everything takes care of itself. So.
It does. So on to the grand final. Another one for you. You'd be pleased to be in the grand final. It'll be played down at the Bomber Dome.
Yeah, it's the thing I look forward to the most every year, to be honest. And last year was a bummer to miss out. Put in a good effort all year, but this year, we just got to go one more. We've had a good year. We've been challenged at times, but. Couple of weeks to prep, figure out what's going on, and put together a good game plan for a couple of weeks.
And it looks like the boys were up and about because of that, missing out last year. They've sort of set themselves this year to really find that
we weren't happy with last year, and we just said this whole year, work hard, everyone at training all the time. I think we've spoken about it a couple of times in the past, but just make sure that we do everything we can and don't leave anything Don't have anything out. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to let you go. The boys are warming down there, but congratulations, Living Choice Player of the Game.
Thank you.
Did a great job,
You
and we look forward to seeing you
picked the
in...
name out of the hat this week, did you?
No, we have a big panel that looks after
A big panel?
Where's the big panel?
Well, it's huge.
What,
well-
3 Glenelg guys on the sideline?
No, I think Lippy and I do that.
Yeah, we did that.
we get all the big decisions. So
Plenty more to choose from next time.
enjoy the win, mate. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Good job.
Work, Luke.
All right, can you step down? As we just start to end up the day here, we've tangled ourselves all around here.
The poles are getting
So
us.
the poles are getting, the
Okay.
poles are getting bigger.
Jeez.
And here we go, Cassidy Doster. She's already through to a grand final. She's loving it. Big Friday night winners is Cassidy Doster with the Brighton women's. But the Brighton men are going to have to back up next week against the Burnside Bears as Christian just shivers behind the camera. Big thank you to Christian for sitting out there behind the camera. In the first game, we had Michael Hood looking after the camera. To Marty Baker and Scotty Gill from behind the scenes here, who do a massive amount of work to get us to be able to speak.
Yes, and the big TV screen.
And the big TV screen. And Lyndon Arscott, thank you very much for being here.
No worries, Tone.
I have
Looking
been
forward to it.
Tony Watson. You know what? We look forward to next week, Friday night,
At
down
Glenelg.
at the Bay, prelim final, 7 p.m. We've got Burnside
versus Glenelg.
Against Glenelg.
Yep.
And then for the men's down at Woodville, we'll have the Burnside Bears
Against the Brighton Bombers.
against the Brighton Bombers. We're
The
looking
PBs.
forward to both of those contests. Until we see you next week, stay safe. Until the sticks are swinging, and goodbye.